Yo guys, sorry, you already know that today I'm bringing you guys some battle for week 9 of the PPL. This week we're taking on Bill Standish and his Adelaide Honchkrows. And we've been on quite a bit of a losing streak, so we're going to try and turn it around this week. But if you see those 6 Pokemon sitting across, this is definitely a very scary team. And I don't know, it's very interesting to see like how big at least 5 of his 6 Pokemon look, and mine, size-wise, just looks pretty pathetic. But my team's not very pathetic, so we're just going to go ahead and hop right into it. I had this battle a while ago, so I don't remember the specifics of it too much, but I will do the best that I can. So I did bring a Specs Raichu, which has the potential to put in so much work. Mega Medicham is just regular offense. Bullet Punch, Zen Headbutt, and then both High Jump Kick and Drain Punch, I think. Victini is physically offensive as well as having Toxic. And it just has leftovers because it didn't feel like it needed another move or another item. Starmie is Scarf to outpace the Gengar because Gengar is really scary to my team. I actually don't really have switch-ins to it. I believe Weezing is physically defensive and Klefki's specially defensive. It's either that or the other way around, but I believe that is the order that it is. So let's go ahead and get into the game. So I lead off with Raichu because, like I said, it has the potential to put in so much work, which means that he doesn't really have much to deal with it. But Necrozma is, you know, kind of fat and kind of silly, so I Volt Switch on it, and I do a good chunk, but I don't really know exactly what it's going to do. I'm pretty sure, yep, I go into Victini because there's a low chance that he would do damage to me this turn. He goes for Photon Geyser, which looks really cool. But doesn't do that much damage, and I do have the leftovers, so I will get a little bit of health back each turn, which is super cool. I'm pretty sure I go for the Toxic, because Torkoal is like a pretty semi-obvious switch-in, or just staying in, either or. But yeah, Toxic is nice, so Torkoal is Toxic, which is very cool, because I don't really have anything to hit it. And now I believe I switch out into something. Oh, he goes into Milotic. I U-turned because, whoa! Because that's not my Milotic. That is a, yeah, so I didn't need to double switch, I U-turned. And, did a lot of damage to Zoroark. I think this turn, I probably try to go for the Bullet Punch. It gives me a free turn to get my Mega off. And, possibly take out the Zoroark, which I do not, but I tried. And so now we're back to Necrozma, which, like, I could go back into Victini, but, you know, he could maybe predict that, and then we're all into that again. I forget if I actually still do that, though. Nope, I go into Klefki this time, which isn't much better, because if he's going to double switch, he'd probably double switch into Torkoal, but he's going to heal himself up. I believe I go into Klefki, so I can just start getting some hazards up. He doesn't, well, he has a way, I guess, to get rid of him, but, I don't know. Why did I go for Toxic? That's silly me. Obviously wasn't going to stand. I guess I tried to Toxic Necrozma, thinking it was going to 1v1 me, but, it didn't. So, I was scared of the fire move. I should have started to set up spikes, but I didn't. Because I was scared of the fire move, I go into Starmie. Probably go for a water move here, but my Milotic could potentially come in, and it does. I still think I went for water move. I could be wrong. Nope, I did. And that does nothing, because what did you expect it to do? So I don't have great ways to deal with this. I do have Bolt Trickle and Victini. Mega Medicham can do some damage, and Raichu, obviously. But I go into Klefki, I believe, to just try and Toxic this. And because it is my specially defensive Mon, he does get a Scald Burn, but it's not really that big of a deal. It's just Klefki. I guess not getting my leftovers health back, though, does suck a little bit. So he's going to go back into, well, not Torkoal. But I do finally start setting up spikes, but that is the Zoroark. And I feel like when I was playing this, I didn't realize that. And, which is really dumb of me, but I'm pretty sure that's why I take this Flamethrower. Yeah, because I was expecting to outspeed and kill it. I have no idea. No idea. But Klefki gets a kill, which is pretty cool. That doesn't happen very often. And Klefki gets the first kill of the game, putting us up 6-5. But just like a lot of weeks, just because I'm up in the numbers doesn't mean that I'm actually doing great in the battle. Because Klefki is not good for much more. Could maybe set up one more layer of spikes, but, you know. Man, imagine if I tried to set up a layer of spikes that turn. That would have been bad. But either way, he sends in the real Torkoal. And I'm pretty sure I switch out. Yep, I go into Mega Medicham because I didn't think he could do that much damage to me. Which he doesn't. I mean, he does a little bit, but I can get that back. So it's all good. Pretty sure I attack. Feel like, but I don't. I was double switching for something. Maybe expecting to. Why would I double switch? That makes no sense. He goes for Stealth Rocks. I should have attacked. Okay then. Past me is a dum-dum. But that's alright. Now I'm in here. Pretty sure I probably try for... Nope, I just U-turn. Because why bother attacking anybody in front of me? Find out he has Rocky Helmet, so clearly he's like supposed to be in against Victini. I think I'm going to try and get these rocks spun away. But the problem with Rapid Spin, when the opponent has a Ghost-type Pokemon, is that they could maybe Spin Block you. Or, you know, it could be like what happens here, where like I could have went for Rapid Spin, but I didn't. I went for Psychic, hoping to catch the Gengar coming in, but he's not going to risk Gengar like that. So he doesn't. I was hoping that maybe he would go into Gengar here, but like, he played it a little bit smart. Because he doesn't own Scarf yet, but you will. Well, maybe. I would go for damage on this for reasons. Probably because I didn't feel like playing the Rapid Spin Mind games anymore. But if I let this die, past me is still a dum-dum. So we'll find out. Okay, I switch out, which is good. The better thing I could do, and I go to Raichu. Oh, okay, yeah, and I remember this. He recovers. I'm about to show him that, like, hey, you don't have a switch in to this Thunderbolt though. But I'm pretty sure he's specially defensive because. Like, I'm a Specs Raichu. That's kind of silly. Here just recovers again, and I'm just like, wow, what are you going to do? What do you think Milotic's going to do? It's going to do exactly what I should have seen it I should have seen it coming. I go for Thunderbolt, and I just let the biggest thing on my team die because he goes for Beer Coat, so. Yeah, I'm a smart person. That, like, Raichu pretty much could have won me the game. Honestly, that last Thunderbolt did 71.6%, so if he's at like 70%, like, I'm pretty sure I almost win the game. I'm not sure where Necrozma was at that point, but like, pretty close to just being able to win the game straight out from there. But, nope. I go into Victini, and I take out the Milotic, but at this point, I let the biggest threat on my team die, and that is going to be an issue. I'm sure you can tell why. But yeah, so he's going to go into Gengar now. I can't really do much as a Victini. I forget if I keep it around. I do want to keep it around to potentially hit the Celesteela. Starmie's not getting a free switch in, like, pretty much ever, so I just let it die. Because what else was I going to do? I don't have switch-ins to Shadow Ball, and we are in a little bit of a pickle, because the two things that can do damage, Victini and Mega Medicham, are slower than Gengar, and the things that can take hits don't exist on my team. Klefki, like, potentially could have, maybe, but, you know, I probably go for the Toxic. No, I go for the Thunder Wave. I was trying to slow the Gengar down, that way it could be slower than Victini or Mega Medicham. Because he did not let that happen, that, well, pretty much going to be what seals the deal. I think I keep Klefki around because I want to try to do that again. And I believe Weezing has, like, Fire move, so I could potentially hit Celesteela. And I just feel like I could win this 1v1, and spoiler alert, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happens, and I'm pretty sure I do. I remember thinking that it was pretty funny. Yeah, so I go over the Flamethrower, only does like 34%, so that's cool, just for the Heavy Slam, but it's cool, I'm faster, so all I have to do is, like, stay alive. So I'm pretty sure I go for Pain Split here, and I think he goes for a Heavy Slam again. Because I'm thinking I could win this 1v1, he's thinking he could win the 1v1, and, well, if he wasn't paralyzed, he probably would win the 1v1. But here I decide to, I think, just get off as much damage as I can. I think I just go for the flamethrower. Or do I go for pain split one more time? I think if I go for pain split one more time, I keep myself out of range of dying. Yeah, I do. And he gets paralyzed. Because that's what happens when you're paralyzed. You get paralyzed sometimes. So, thanks to the Thunder Wave that, I mean, wasn't meant to hit this, and because we were both stubborn in our ways to make this 1v1 happen, unfortunately the Hax strikes him, and I am able to win the 1v1, but as far as winning the battle, that is even more of an issue now, because my two potential switch-ins to Gengar to at least take one hit, not even a switch-in, just something that can take one hit, are both below, like, 25%. I guess after Black Sludge, I'm going to be at, like, what, 30%? Like, nothing's taking a Shadow Ball on my team. Everything dies to a Shadow Ball. And I don't even know what this Gengar is yet. It could be Specs. It could be, like, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, Gengar can essentially just come in and win. Which is kind of what it does. I do let this thing die because I didn't really have any options. And then I have to go into Klefki, and then I have to play the Will You Let Me Thunder Wave this game. I'm pretty sure... Nope, I die to stuff. Just kidding. But the plan was to, like, maybe do that. But I don't have any switches to Gengar, so that's exactly what it does. I did not think that Klefki was going to die to hazards. I forget if I knew that was going to happen during the battle or not. I'm just saying this current time I didn't keep enough track of the HP to see if it was going to die. Past me might have known that and just knew that I lost, but I don't remember. So... I do apologize for not remembering about what past me thought. But yeah, I don't deal with ghost types well. We saw that 2 weeks ago with the Blacephalon, and it was kind of the same deal here. I feel like my go-tos for like especially defensive mons are obviously the ones that I keep trying to bring but don't work. But like, I assumed Tapu Bulu was going to be a bigger role on my team this season. Like with Assault Vest and stuff, but it doesn't help if things like Blacephalon, like Fire, is like super effective on Tapu Bulu, and the same thing goes for Gengar because Poison is like super duper effective. So I'm not able to like deal with ghost types at all, especially the ones that have been brought against me, and that is an issue. So I think I already went a little bit in depth as to all the problems with my team last week, so they just reared their head again this week. Again, a close loss, only 2-0. There was like one bad loss, and every other loss that I've had has been like 1-0 or 2-0. I'm pretty sure. So it's pretty interesting. That's just how my season's going. Only have 2 more battles left to use this terrible team. We'll probably lose both of them, but you know, it is what it is. That has been this battle. Let me know your thoughts. I will see you guys next time. I do already have the battle done. I don't know when I'll be able to record it though. So whenever they get up, they'll be uploaded, and that's that. So thank you guys for watching, and until next time, guys, stay sly.